Indeed. It's January 2nd, 2019. How do you want your life to be different then? What do you want it to have changed by then? What do you want to have more of? What do you want to have less of? That's right. On this second day of July, with 6 months left in the year 2018, we're already half done. How do you want your life to be different? Well, that's a key question, particularly on what we in the United States call our Freedom Week, for you to think about. As an entrepreneur, as a Christian, wherever you are in the world, we're going to talk about being free, really free this week. And we hope you'll join us on radio right now. Radio for today, radio always on the edge. It's the Jesus Entrepreneur Experience, and it's ready to go. And indeed, we do welcome you. My name is Stan Houston, and the program you are in touch and in tune with is called the Jesus Entrepreneur Experience. It comes your way from the Going and Growing Network, both a media network and a people network. We call it the Christian Entrepreneur Network, the Christian Entrepreneur Network, and we're here to help you perform at your very best, to build a business that makes a difference, to live a life that is fully alive, and to expand your brand and live a life that gives you, as Jesus would say, your cup runneth over. It's just kind of full of good things, even in the midst of incredible difficulty. That was the message of our pastor on Sunday. As we go through the book of Mark, in effect, Jesus delights in walking into tough situations. He doesn't always save us from them. He doesn't always reconcile them in the way we want. But He is in the midst of our messes, and He is there to bring us good things. Ultimately, always good things. And we want to be a part of sharing that good news with other people, particularly all of us. And we are all of us in the marketplace. In some ways, we have to be out there making our contribution so that we can receive some compensation. You can reach us out at tcenglobal.org, tcenglobal.org, if this is helpful to you and the website is helpful to you. We are a nonprofit organization, and we are right now subsisting primarily on your wonderful donations and contributions. However, in the very near future, we will not just be asking for you to help us. We will be having things that you can purchase for a nominal sum that will truly be helpful to you. We are a business in the marketplace, just like you are a business in the marketplace. We'd love to hear from you. We want you to be a part of this ongoing radio outreach, this radio program. Again, my name is Stan Houston. I've been doing this for a long time, and you can reach me at radioedge77@gmail.com, radioedge77@gmail.com. As a coach, there's a good chance that whatever you could use some help with, I can help you. I can help you with it. I can find other people who can help you. Whatever it is, I guarantee you that somewhere in the network of people, there is somebody who is filled with God's Spirit who can help you. We can help make things better. Well, that brings us to today. Monday meets the marketplace. The tariff situation, what's going to happen with supposedly the tariff wars. In America particularly, this is an important week. Not only is the news coming and going, but this is the week of the 4th of July. And so I'm going to be a little bit ethnocentric in this sense that This is what is oftentimes called Freedom Week, where we celebrate freedom. That was the essence of the American idea, freedom from the colonial imperialism of what is now our great friend, Great Britain, and starting our own startup nation. That's right. We here say that we are the spirit home of the commercial startup nation, but it was the startup nation that happened on July 4th, 1776. They declared, "We are free. We are free." And we're going to be talking about that all week here on the Startup Nation. So we'd like to hear from you. As I said, radioedge77@gmail.com. That's the way to reach us, radioedge77@gmail.com. TCENglobal.org is where we can begin to make a contribution to your life and to your business, and of course, hopefully right now. It is the 2nd of July, and I asked the question. That's where you got a little bit confused, or at least you thought I was. No, it's not January 2nd, but in 6 months it will be. Peter Drucker, one of the great business consultants who really help people do a lot of strategic planning, began to anticipate, as I now know, which is full reality, is your strategic plan is probably worthless. That was a whole great, wonderful enterprise when I first began this business. SWOT, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And there were people who were doing all kinds of, all right, we have a 3-year strategic plan, we have a 5-year strategic plan. Things have changed way, way too fast. And right now, it's really hard to do a sensible strategic plan of any length in which we have any sense of what the weaknesses will be that may undo us, or the opportunities that might propel us forward. It's just happening way too fast. So more and more we have to do what the master entrepreneur taught us to do. It's not our business plan that'll make the difference. It's you. It will be your heart, mind, and spirit that will make the difference. It will not be the technology, because everybody can get the same technology. It will not be the plan, because everybody has a plan and most of them don't work. It will be you. It will be you who will make the difference. And we're going to try and help you be the very best at what God wants you to be and how you can do that in the marketplace. And what Peter Drucker said is very simply, start by saying, how do you want your life to be different in the next 6 months? Okay, that's the question for this Monday, July 2nd. Yeah, the year is now half over. It has already been half done. Someone once says is that time seemingly speeds up. Well, what really happens is we speed up. And there we go. And what is happening is, okay, here we go. You are in a situation right now, and if you're in a situation like me, there's all kinds of difficulties, there's all kinds of opportunities. How do you want your life to be different in the next 6 months? Now, I'm going to suggest that when you start thinking about that, here's a good way. What are some of the freedoms that you want that you don't have right now? Financial freedom, work freedom. What are some of the freedoms you would like to have? What would you like to be free of and free to do? What would you like to have in terms of freedom in the next 6 months? May I also ask you to do this? We're going to keep this rather short today because you're busy, but I do want you to think about it. What do you want to have less of in your life? Okay? What do you want to have more freedom from and more freedom to do? And what do you want to have less of in your life? Less confusion, less clarity, less messes. What do you want to have more of? And what do you want to have less of? How do you want, again, for your life to be different in the next 6 months? Now, I'm going through that this week. It works out very nicely. I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to be producing some programs. I'm going to be trying to get some things, some really hard things solved, at least starting to solve them. And how do, the day after New Year's Day, 6 months from now, what do I want my life to be that is better, that is freer, that I'm calmer about, that I'm gentler about, that I'm, here we go, less afraid of? What do you want to be less fearful of in the next 6 months? More freedom, less fear. How do you want your life to be different in the next 6 months? What about your relationships? Some changes there. Would you like to do a little improvement of your character? What are some of the achievements? There we go. RCA. An old radio symbol. Maybe some of you are old enough to remember it. The RCA Corporation, the Radio Corporation of America. And the symbol was a dog listening to, in an old-fashioned gramophone, as it said, his master's voice. And I have stolen in some ways that classic icon and said, what about your master? Are you listening to his voice? And what might he be telling you about your relationships, your character, your achievements? What might that be about? So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed. It is Monday evening. It is the 2nd of July. Particularly in North America, in America, you're looking forward to the holiday week and the events of that time. But in that time, perhaps, of some rest and reflection and relaxation, think about, how do you want your life to be different in the next 6 months? By the way, I'd be glad to help you. I've got some ideas that can help you figure that out even better. We'll be glad to put together a little program about how you might do that by figuring out the answer to some significant questions. We can help you. It might be free, it might be for a fee, but we can help you. So why don't you reach out and try and do that? Again, how do you want your life to be different in the next 6 months? We're done. As I oftentimes say, in less than 20 minutes, you can learn things that you perhaps didn't know before. That's right. The way to plan your life is basically, how do you want it to be different in the next 6 months? Do that every 6 months. Do it whenever you want to start. Think of life that way. In fact, in being one of those persons, you automatically became one of the 3 or 10% who actually think about their future. They think about how they want their life to be different. They think about how they want to stop dealing with the day and start designing a better destiny. Most people never do that. And all of a sudden, you are one of the select few, self-selected few, who can do that. Again, my name is Stan Houston. We can help you. RadioEdge77 at gmail.com. RadioEdge77 at gmail.com. I would love to help you if I can. You can even call me in the USA at 520-664-7002. I'll get back to you, and I really will try and help you. All the best and blessings to you. If you're traveling in the USA over the busy holiday weekend, safety in your travels. And no matter where you are, safety and blessings upon us all. As Tiny Tim used to say, God bless us all, everyone. Indeed, God bless us all, everyone. Bye for now.